family, thank you for joining me on this video today. I'm really excited because I am doing a wearable date night Harley Quinn makeup look. I don't know about you guys, but I have been just dying to see this movie ever since they announced it, but I have been dying to see this. I don't think I have been more excited for a movie ever, like ever. Maybe as a child to watch The Lion King, but never. So I know I already did a Harley Quinn makeup look, but I wanted to create something that was gonna be very wearable to the movie premiere. If you're not into dressing up, going completely crazy, this is just like an ode to Harley Quinn. So you go, like everyone knows when you go who you're supporting, who you're there for, why you're watching this movie. And for me, I am just so excited for Harley Quinn. I am so excited to see Margot Robbie's portrayal of her. I am like geeking out over this movie. So I thought it would just be fun to recreate a makeup look just inspired by her so that you would be able to wear it to the movie premiere and everyone can be impressed with your makeup skills. Now the wig is optional, trust me, this wig is not going to be worn. This is atrocious. But it's what I had to work with for this video, so I hope that you guys do enjoy this, and if you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you are not yet a member of our Foxy family, hit that subscribe button before you leave. So without any further ado and me jabbing my jaws, let's get started. I'm going to prime my face using my Nivea Post Shave Balm for Men. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Bone. I like to dot this over my entire face first and then blend out with a damp beauty sponge. I think that the dotting method helps give just a nice even coverage of the foundation. Concealing the imperfections in my face, I am using NYX Gotcha Covered, and then to highlight my face, I am using my Bye Bye Under Eye by ItCosmetics in the shade Light. To set everything that we've just done, I am using a loose powder, and today I am using my SmashBox Halo Hydrating Powder in the shade Fair, and I'm just pressing all of this in with a flat top brush. Contouring today is going to be done with our Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette in Dulce de Leche. I'm going to be contouring my cheekbones, my forehead, my jawline, down my neck, and of course my nose. Today I am just going to be using that same contouring palette, only the light side. I am going to bake under my eye. I'm going to cut my contour, the center of my forehead, down my nose, and a little on my chin. For eyebrows, I am using Anastasia of Beverly Hills DipBrow in dark brown. I like to load my brush up with product and use that at the tail end of my brow, and then as I get towards the inner part of my brow, I have less and less product, creating a nice gradient. Using a large powder brush, I am going to dust away our bake. I like to dust away my bake after I've done my contour because I feel like it really marries those colors together on my skin. Now I'm going to quickly highlight under my eyebrow using my Bye Bye UnderEye ItCosmetics and a concealer brush. Quickly, I'm going to do a second bake with a translucent powder. This is Airspun powder from Coty. This is going to catch any of the fallout from the shadows we're going to have, and if you extend it from your eye like I'm doing here, it's going to give us a nice natural cat eye. Now starting with our transition blue shade, I am going to use Venetian blue. This is just a pigment from Revlon. I'm using this as our transition shade, putting this above my crease, really blending this out and making it look really dramatic, and taking this all the way to that powder line so we have a nice cat eye. Now if you accidentally wipe away some of the powder, don't worry, just place the powder back on there and you shouldn't have any pigment transfer over, and it'll keep that nice and sharp. Now we're going to move on to our main blue pigment, and this is Shadow Play from NyxCosmetics. I absolutely adore this shade of blue. I feel like this is the truest form of blue for a pigment. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm just packing that all over my entire lid with a flat shader brush. Now I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush, and I am going to begin marrying these two together, just really blending these out so they seamlessly just kind of melt into each other. Now I am taking Night, which is a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop ItCosmetics. It is a matte black, and I am just deepening that outer V so that when we place the glitter onto the lids, it makes sense. If we were just to place the glitter on the eyelid without any definition in our crease or marrying of those colors, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. So this is going to make the whole look really cohesive. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the pink side, and I am first stepping in with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics shade, and this is in Star Power. This is from the Beauty Killer palette, and I am just doing the exact same steps and motions as I did on the blue side. And now we are stepping in with our bright pink pigment, and this is Magenta Madness from NyxCosmetics. And of course we are going to blend and marry those colors together, making it a nice seamless gradient, and of course taking Night Again and making that outer V of our eye really nice and deep and rich, but not too black. We just want this to kind of just really add a shadow as opposed to being a whole separate shadow entity there. Now I am going to be using my Star Crushed Minerals glitter primer on my lids. I'm dusting this on the inner fourth of my lids and kind of fading it out into the very center of my lids. I want to kind of create a gradient of glitter on over. I really like this glitter. It's called Cupcake Sprinkles. It's pink and blue. So I thought that was absolutely perfect for this makeup look, and I like how it did something different on each shadow. On the pink, it just gives this, I can't even describe it to you guys. I sound so silly trying to describe this, but it just looked so amazing, and I was so impressed with just the chameleon likeness of that glitter. Here I am just dusting away that bake with a fan brush, and we are going to dip into Liberty from ColourPopCosmetics for an inner corner highlight, and for an extra bit of dazzle, I used my roll-on shimmer from NYX in the shade Platinum. Now I am grabbing a NyxCosmetics matte liquid liner, and I'm going to create a very small flick at the outer corner of our eye, just lining my top lash line and then that little flick at the end. Some of you may think that's a little dramatic, but for me this is really little, and I'm used to doing something huge and dramatic, but Jay wanted to downplay it a little bit. We've got so much going on. I didn't want to take away from the rest of the eye look. Now I'm going to create that same gradient on my lower lash line that we have on the top. I am taking my Star Power first with a nice fluffy brush and just really blending that out, and then we are taking Magenta Madness and putting that tighter to the lash line, and then just right on the outer fourth of our lash line, I am going to put that Night, the dark black shadow, and really smoke that out and do the same process on the blue eye. I'm popping on some lashes here. These are my Eylure lashes, the Vegas Nay collection, and these are in Grand Glamour. I adore these lashes. They're so fluffy and just voluminous. I love them. Now I'm spraying some setting spray on my brush before I apply my highlight. This is just going to really make that highlight stand out and be packed. And today for highlight, I am using my Ice Cold from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Now we're going to throw on some mascara, and I am using my I Heart Extreme mascara from Estes for this. Now I accidentally forgot to film what I was doing here, but I just drew on the tattoos for this. If you don't know how to do this or you need a reference point, I do have another video where I did record the whole thing. I'm just blotting some powder on the top right now so it looks more like skin than a, someone drew that on my face. I want it to look more like a realistic tattoo. So now we're going to put the iconic red lip on, and I am using my Jeffree Star Red Rum. I feel like this is the absolute perfect red for this, and it stays on all day long, so I definitely wanted to use the Red Rum shade for this. And then to add some depth and dimension, because I wanted to do something a little bit different for the lip, I went ahead and took Prom Night from Jeffree Star 2, and I dabbed this in the middle. It didn't really change it very much, but it gave that nice ombre. They're the same tone, so it just really highlighted that lip. And of course we are going to be setting, and today I am using my NYX matte setting spray. Ooh.
That's it for our wearable movie night Harley Quinn look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget again, if you did like it, to hit the thumbs up. It helps me out amazing amounts of amazingness. It helps me. I don't know where that came from. Let's put that back in there. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you are not yet a member of our Foxy family, why not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you leave, because we are just a foxy bunch. We're weird, we're crazy, there's no judgment. Let me disclaimer really quick. I am more than willing to accept criticism. I am more than willing to accept like different opinions, but please just don't be mean. Like, come on. If you want to become a member of our Foxy family elsewhere, we are scattered all over the internet, and all those links are going to be down below in the drop bar. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, my Foxy family. I burped there and then I paused because I'm like, where do I go with this? And then, all right. I love you guys so much. You have no idea. And I will see you guys on my very next video. So thank you so much for watching, YouTube. I love you. I love you. That's weird. Ooh, what's it gonna be? Pudding? Ooh, ooh, make my hair shake it. Shake it. We should stop meeting like this, self. You're acting crazy, and you need to check yourself.